Hi, it's Pat Gillis here, and this has been quite a week, right? It's funny. I set a little schedule, I guess about a month or so out, about what I'm going to talk about every week, and I was looking this week to see what it was for this week, and turned out it was about fear. I thought, wasn't that ironic? So I thought about it a lot today, and I thought, should we even be just talking about horses and things when there's so much else going on in the world? But I thought, well, maybe we could tie it together. I'm going to try. So what'll happen is sometimes I'll have beginner students and they'll ask me, they'll say, can you get hurt around horses? And my answer to them is always, absolutely, you can get hurt around horses. I mean, look at the size of them. I mean, Lottie behind here, like she probably weighs 1,000 pounds, which is not as many kilograms. Sorry, I can't do kilograms off the top of my head, but she's a big girl, right? And so we want to be careful when we work around horses like that. But so here's what I always tell students is that, yeah, you can get hurt around horses, but here's the key. Never underestimate the risk, ever. And put systems in place, learn about horses, learn some good safety procedures, and then follow them, stick to them, right? Don't sort of fudge it. Like, sometimes you'll see people when they've been around horses for a little while, they'll be doing something with their horse that's just plain dangerous. But like, oh, it's him, I know him really well. Don't do that. Don't be that person, right? Be the person who follows really good rules all the time. Make them second nature. Make them such that you don't even have to think about it anytime. That you always, always, always follow certain procedures, and then you're going to stay safe. Treat your 25-year-old bomb-proof school horse like a 2-year-old horse off the racetrack, and then you're not going to get hurt. People think they're unpredictable. Horses are not unpredictable. I mean, if you haven't dealt with them too much, you may think they are, but they really aren't. When you worry about things, you're really projecting into the future, right? Like, because it hasn't happened yet, right? So worrying is all about sort of making up in your mind, making up stories in your head about what could possibly happen, right? So if you're going to do that, like, so if I've got a student on a horse and they're really, really nervous, they're sitting there imagining, oh, what if he does this? What if I fall off? What if I do this? And all of a sudden they're no longer even present on the horse, right? They're so busy in their mind thinking about the what ifs that they're not even paying attention to anything that the feedback they're getting from the horse at all. They're not even enjoying that moment they're with the horse, right? Because they're already projecting to the future about being afraid of things. And I think we do that a lot in our lives, right? We don't know, right? Like nothing, like we don't know what's going to happen 2 minutes from now, a minute from now. So why project something horrible in the future? If you want to make a projection, project something that's going to be wonderful. Project that you're going to have the best ride ever. Project that, your horse is going to be glad to see you when you get to the barn, and that everything is going to be great, and it's going to be sunny, it's going to be wonderful. Just, if you're going to plan the future, plan a great future, right? Because nobody knows, right? It could very well be so, right? There's no point to projecting negative things because nobody really knows. And I think that's kind of the same thing with this whole virus thing right now. Like, we really don't know, and we want to not underestimate the risk. We want to have safety precautions that we're going to follow to the letter and really be careful. But we also don't want to project to the future that it's all going to be horrible because we don't know. A lot of things that are probably going to change just because of the nature of this, but change doesn't always have to be bad either, right? Change can sometimes be good. So I don't know. It's not my place to tell everybody how to deal with this because it's so, we're all going to have to experience it in our own way and deal with all the changes that are taking place. But I just think it doesn't help to fret and worry too much because it's all in the future. Let's say that we're going to design a different future and make it even better. We could pretend to do that, right? It doesn't matter. It hasn't happened yet, right? So we could make it better if we choose to. Anyway, that's all I got this evening, I guess. It's just never underestimate the risk with horses or with any of this. Get some really good protocols in place and stick with them. And if you're going to project that it's going to be a good thing that happens, not a bad thing. If you're watching this anywhere besides at our blog, go on over there, scroll down, leave a message. Let me know how you're making out. I know we're all dealing with this in different ways, and I just hope that you're staying safe and that you're not getting too impacted by all of this. Have a great week. Remember to thank your horse, and we'll talk to you soon.